Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on the channel we have got part 56 of Hachette Partworks Build the Terminator. Okay, so in issue 56 we are going to be assembling a right hip joint. So yeah, I'll show you what we've got to do. So these are the parts that we get. This is going to assemble our hip joint in there. These silver parts are die cast metal and the black parts obviously plastic. We also get two different sets of screws in there. So we'll put this to the side and we'll take a look at the magazine first. So let's open it up. As always, there's your parts list there, and obviously cross-reference what you've got on this picture with what you get in your parts, because not all the time, but sometimes they do differ. But yeah, so let's take a look. So we're going to be bringing in our 5, and we're going to be making our hip joint in there, and then we're going to be actually attaching that to the T800 today. And basically, yeah, we're going to be building up this joint to make it nice and strong until we've got something that looks a little like that at the end. Sci-fi cinema legends, if you wanted to know, is Interstellar. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's by Christopher Nolan. It's a great film. And Real World Science is at the back there. And obviously right at the back, we've got what's coming up in next week's issue. So you can see there's a few steps to do today. We're going to be building up that hip joint and actually attaching the leg to the Terminator today. If you haven't subscribed to this through Hachette, you've probably missed a boat on that one, and I don't know if they'll ever redo it and put it up. But you can go over to Agora models. So I'll put a link on the screen and in the description below. You can go on over there and you can actually pre-order this now. It's the exact same model that we're building today. It's the one that Agora's doing. So yeah, if you want to get it, you can get it through Agora. So yeah, make sure you go and check that out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get these parts open and start building. Okay, so starting off, we're going to be bringing in the phi that we got last week. With the part on there, we're going to leave that on there. We'll turn it over and we'll be working in this area here. So the first one that we're going to need is this one here. And it has a rounded section on one side and it's flush on the other. It's got a half circle cut out. That's the one we're going to need. And we're going to need the half circle facing down the way. So we want this complete smooth side facing up. And we're going to drop that in, and that's going to locate in there. We've got these 4 points. On the other side, we attached the nuts on there last week. We're going to be putting this in there, just like that, and that's going to sit down there. Next, we're going to bring in this big heavy ball joint. That's going to drop straight down the middle, just like that. And if you look on here, we have got a slot cut out of that there. That is for to line up with the actual hip joint. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so we've got our T800 in now, and we're going to be working on this side here, which is the front facing. It'll be the right hand side. So as I said before, we've got this groove cut out here. On the actual side inside here, I'll try and show you a good angle of it, but in there we do have some slots just in here. We've got to line that up so we can screw this into place. So let's get this locked in. So we need to have a little feel, sort of rotate your Terminator around. There we go, it's just dropped in. So we leave that like that. And then we're going to be using, what screws are we going to be using for this? The smaller, fatter screws we're going to be using for this. So we can open these up. We're only going to need one for now, so we're going to have one spare. Grab your screwdriver and go straight down and tighten that up. This will be a little loose to start off with. There we go, that's all tight, but as you can see, it is loose. So we need to add a few extra steps to keep that, to solid that joint up a bit. Okay, so next we're going to need this little black bit here. This is the one with the solid ball bit at the top. So this is going to go just over the top of our ball joint, lining up with the 4 screw points on each side. So what we can do is we can push that in. Make sure you get it nice and flush. If you can't get your fingers in, give it a little poke with the screwdriver each side just to make sure it gets in there. Just like that, and now we're in. Just like that. Next, we're going to need the die cast part that is all round, just like that. And that's going to go over the top of that one. So we can try and locate this in, just like that. Basically give it a good push down so it's all sitting flush. Okay, so next we're going to need this piece here, and this is also die cast, and we're also going to need the longer screws, which is these ones here. So we're going to get this, try and lock this down. So we'll get our screwdriver all loaded up and ready. I'm going to try and line these up, and lining up the screw holes just like that. Now we can put a screw straight through, try and lock this into place. There we are, that's the first one going in. I'm going to put it in all the way until I've got all the screws in. Might actually be easier using your fingers to get it in. Right, I get these last couple in. And the other side as well. Right, now we can tighten all of these up and we should have a nice solid joint. So once you've got all them screws all tightened up, this is what you should have, a nice solid joint just like that. And you can move this round up and down, in and out a little as well. So yeah, very nice indeed. So coming up next week, we're going to be finishing the right hip joint and assembling a leg part. So yeah, that's what that looks like here. We may get to use one of these pieces here. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, that's what's coming up next week, and that'll be part 57. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. That is part 56, all done and dusted. Let me show you how big it is getting now. It is getting very big indeed. We have got the leg on here, and yeah, so we've got the articulation here now, and also here we can rotate that round. So yeah, it's getting very big, very heavy also as well. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please remember to give it a like. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing down below. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.